Hey there clan, and welcome to a video that you decided I should do. I asked on Twitter, what video would you rather me try and do today? Would you rather me try and do a Warriors Non-Gaming Geeky Zone, which I didn't say which on, but I had something. Or would you like me to talk about give you a tour of my Dragon Age keep save, the one that will be imported into Dragon Age Inquisition. And you've made a resounding decision for me to give you a tour of my keep. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to give a full-on tour of all my decisions and why I made them. So this is probably going to be a very lengthy video, so I do apologise if anyone doesn't like that. If I need to, I will split it into two parts: Dragon Age Origins, Awakening, and 2. But I'll probably put Origins and Awakening. So we'll go through Origins first, and then we'll go through Awakening, and then we'll go through DA2. So let's do the introduction and then transition to the keep. Intro. I love these golden rings, by the way. Golden ring. Okay people, here we are. We're going to have a wee look through my Dragon Age keep save. We will go through Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age Awakening first, and then we'll move on to Dragon Age 2. So of course we'll do the first thing, my hero. My hero is Therion, a Dalish elf warden, for those that don't know, and he is alive, so a bit of a spoiler there, but we'll get to that. Now, where should we go? We'll go with companions, because in my opinion, that one's one of the more important ones. But we'll go through the companions. Firstly, my warden, my Dalish elf warden, romanced Morrigan, and the reason I did that is because my character just had a fascination with her for some reason. I always envisioned that he had heard tales of Flemeth when he was younger, and he was also very much, if you've done the Dalish elf origin, your Dalish elf character was raised without a mother and father, basically. And he sees Morrigan as a bit of a kinship to that, even though she did technically have a mother. And also, he just really wanted to help her out. It was just some kind of connection they had. It wasn't like a love at first sight thing. He got to know her pretty well. He encouraged her on. He helped her through the exams, and he just liked talking with her. And it just eventually moved on to that. I don't go into the games thinking, oh, who am I going to romance? I go on whatever one my character would go with. And it made sense for me and my character to go with Morrigan because he really felt a kinship to it. And also, for anyone who's wondering, my warden, once he got that ring off of Morrigan after romancing her, he never took it off. My warden never took off Morrigan's ring because he saw that as somewhat of a marriage proposal. And other wee bits and bobs. Anything that was sentimental, my character wore all the time. I did have the dog. If anyone was wondering, I named my dog Daisy because Doy. I let Alistair kill Logain. Now, I've had a couple of people ask me why I killed Logain. The reason I chose to kill Logain is because it's a mercy killing, and that mostly comes from what I know of in the Stolen Throne. Before I read Stolen Throne, I killed Logain because he was a bastard. He really didn't deserve to live, in my opinion, and as if you let him live, that's completely up to you. But in my canon save, he's dead because after reading the Stolen Throne, seeing where he was and where he ended up really did shine and just made me go, oh, that's so bad. Yeah, you need to die. It was a mercy killing in my eyes. He kind of needed to die. Of course, I recruited Sten and I helped him recover his sword because it's the same reason why my warden helped out all of these people, and the simple reason is they weren't just his companions, they were his family. He got to know them through battle and through hardship, and he wanted to make sure that they knew that they were going into the battle of their lives, and that some of them might not come out of it, even though they all do. So my warden was like, what business do you need to get done, and we'll get it done, no matter how difficult it is. So same with Morrigan, same with Sten, recovered his sword, and my warden became really good friends with Sten, and that's how it was. Nathaniel from Awakening is alive and well. Recruited Zevran. The main reason I done Zevran is because my warden was like, he might know something. He's not telling me. And he just saw it as another resource to use in a way. And he was like, I want to get to know this guy, but I'm also going to keep my eye on him. My warden I always pictured in my mind my warden always keeping a little eye on Zevran, always making sure he's doing the right thing, and always, anytime he made food, he always tested it out and made sure, sniffed it, that kind of thing. But eventually he did end up finding a kinship with Zevran because they're both Dalish elf in a way. Even though Zevran wasn't raised in the Dales, wasn't raised by Dalish elf, he has Dalish elf heritage, and I think that's what kind of locked them in together. Be not great friends, but at least friends in a way. And I never romanced them. I think I've only romanced them once, and that was one of my achievement saves. But yeah, Zevran is alive and well. Of course, he didn't end up killing me. I gained his trust, and yeah, that's how it worked out. I recruited Wynn, and Wynn is alive and well. Of course, Alistair in my canon save is king, because even though he didn't like it, my warden's kind of like, you kind of need to do it. Sorry. My warden was a real good friend with Alistair, and he basically just said to him, look, you might not be ready for this, but you kind of need to do it. I'm sorry. Like, you have that potential to be a great leader. You're a good man and also have the potential to be a great leader. And my warden saw the potential in Alistair, and that's why he made him king, even if he had to drag him kicking and screaming to do it. Didn't romance because man was a male. Liliana is alive and well. Same thing with basically all the companions, and my warden talked to them all. He got to know them. He embraced them as a family, because that's what he does. He grows connections with people because they're more than just comrades, they're family. And he treated Liliana with the utmost respect, even though she was a little bit cuckoo with the whole vision from the Maker, and my warden never believed in the Maker. He was still like, look, that's something for you to believe in. I'm not going to shit all over it. It's a bit weird, but I'm not going to shit all over it. As long as you don't go cuckoo for, as long as the Maker doesn't tell you to kill all of us for some reason, then yeah, we got no problem. So that's the way it is. He believed that Liliana believed what she believed, and that's the way it should be in life. My warden, of course, did do the old god, has the old god baby. He did take on Flemeth and Killer, and the reason he did, by the way, my warden didn't do the ritual for the reasons that a lot of people may think. My warden did it for the following reasons. He loved Morrigan, and he wanted to have a kid with her. And also, you only find out about what happens to a Grey Warden once an Archdemon's slain the night before the big battle. So my warden was a bit, fuck, I might die here. And he wanted to give something to Morrigan that would make him remember him. And he just grew a kinship to her. He didn't do the ritual to just survive. He did it because he loved Morrigan. And he wanted to be with her. He wanted to spend the rest of her life with her, but it didn't happen, sadly. We'll get to that once we get to the Witch Hunt DLC, but that's the companion section down. And now we'll move on to, of course, more story-based ones. I guess we'll go in order of the way I did them in the game. So I did the prologue first, cured them a body, and I fed the guard because he was going to die anyway. So my one was like, he's a dead man anyway, what's the point in leaving him suffering? Let's give him some food at least. Of course, we'll go through the this is how I always end up doing the game. I always go to Redcliffe first. I helped prepare the battle. I made sure that as many people survived the battle as possible. Connor's alive and well and not possessed, because yeah, that's not going to happen. I helped the little bartender, the waitress, bartender, whatever you might call her, start up her own brewery. I was like, look, here's a bunch of gold. I've got buttloads of it. You just go and start your own brewery. And I want to visit that brewery, I'm not going to lie. I freed Belvin and paid for the sword because they don't need the sword, so he has some money for it. I helped found Owen's door, and his soldier is alive because of a few reasons. One, my warden, while he doesn't, he sees blood magic as this. He sees it as another way to do magic, but it can be used in the wrong ways. And when Jowan offered that, and by the way, he sold, my heart goes out to her of what she went through. It really does. And I love the fact that you didn't even have to wait a nanosecond before she said, I'll sacrifice my life to save my son. Really good mother, and really, she's a good example of what happens in the Dragon Age world. Is good people try and do what they think is best, but it ends up turning out to be the wrong thing. Like, she could have just said that her son had magic and he would have went to the circle, which she saw as something like that. That's my only child, and he's the only heir to the Owl's throne. And she panicked. She was a panicking mother, and my warden was like, "What do we need to do to not get you killed?" So that leads into what we did next, which was, where is it? Broken Circle. We did that. My warden was like, look, my warden was never really pro Templar or pro Mage. He does see the Templars as a necessary thing in this world, an organization that needs to actually exist to fight against mages if they go rogue, which is something that I think the world of Dragon Age actually does need. But he does believe that the Templars went too far, and when Gregor said to him that there was going to be the Rite of Annulment, which just means we're going to go in there and kill every mage, whether they are possessed or not, my warden was like, hey, that's kind of bad. Look, I'll go in there, and if I can find anyone and save as many people as I can, I'll bring them back, I'll make sure they survive. And he was like, he would only take the word of First Enchanter Irving. So my warden went in and was like, okay, I need to find Irving, and I need to make sure he stays alive. So that was my warden's thing. He was like, I have to make sure as many of these mages survive as possible. I don't care what I have to do, I'll get in there and save them. Because he was like, no one deserves to die just because of what other people did. And that's just something that I think my warden was always very much. He was like, no, you shouldn't die because of what some idiot did. And he did see Ursino as a fucking moron for what he did. And he resulted in the deaths of many, many mages and Templars. So he was just like, look, I'm going to save as many of these mages, guys, just tell me what I need to do. So he went and he saved Irving and he saved the mages. And he didn't do what Cullen said, which was kill them all. Because Cullen was a little disturbed. I love Cullen, but he was fucking nuts at that point. So we'll move back. That's the way my warden did it. And then I'm trying to remember what my warden did next. Did I do... I think my warden went straight to the Urn of Sacred Ashes after that, because the Al Eamon, he was very fixated on Al Eamon at the time. The urn is fine, it wasn't poisoned, because I'm sorry, you do not poison that. He saw the urn. While he doesn't believe in the Maker, he's seen what the urn can do, and he's very much like, look, this is a very powerful thing. I need it to save things. If I need to go and kill a fucking dragon to do it, I'll do it. So my warden went and did that, and he saw it as a symbol. My warden, while he does believe in the Dalish religions and all, he doesn't let them drive force his way of beliefs and all that. But he did see the Urn of Sacred Ashes. This symbol here is important to some people. No one should destroy it or anything. People have faith in this, even if that faith is sometimes misguided. So that's the way it happens. And I think after that I did the Nature of the Beast, which is of course the one, because mine was a Dalish warden, and he was like, look, I need Dalish, so let's go see if they'll help us out. And when he found out what was happening between them, he was like, what the fuck is going on here? And he just saw the Dalish elf as, look, these are my people. We may not be of the same clan, but they are my people, and I have to do what I can to save them. So this was probably the only time in the story where my warden was like, look, I don't care about the Blight, I care about these people here. Well, not in a sense, like, my warden cared about the people as well as trying to stop the Blight. But I think this was the one time in the story where my warden just had tunnel vision. The Blight didn't exist. All that mattered was that the people in the Dalish elf here were suffering, and he just had tunnel vision. And he just was like, I have to fix this, I have to make it better. He didn't even think, he didn't even need to ask. I think the only thing my warden ever said about he knew that the Blight was there, and when he said to Zathrian said, we need help, we need to go and find this creature, take its heart to cure my people, my warden was just like, okay, I'm not going to ask for you to keep your word in the treaties, tell me what I need to do to save these people. And of course, after he found out what Zathrian did, my warden did know, had heard of Zathrian, because he was supposedly one of the few, the Dalish elf who had found a way to regain the immortality, which, by the way, I think the elves were never immortal. I think that's just bullshit, by the way. That the ancient elves said. But when he found out what happened to him, it broke his heart, because he felt for Zathrian, because he lost his mother and his father, and Zathrian lost his children to, well, humans, bad humans. Not all humans are bad. My warden never believed that. But he's Thrathian was someone who, look, that was centuries ago. You've cursed innocent people. The people who you cursed are long since dead. These people here, however, do not deserve to suffer. And he managed to talk Thrathian down and brokered peace, cured his fellow Dalish elves, but also ended centuries of revenge just because of actions that went undone. And that was probably the one time in the story my warden just forgot about the blight for a second just to take care of his people. But then after, God, he was like, oh, right, blight, I just remembered that. So yeah, that was the one time there's, of course, he brought Cameron and Gahandrian together because, excuse me, because he was like, oh, young love, why not? He saved the Hala because my warden loved animals. Let's just say he loved the Hala. He always saw them as noble creatures. So yeah, nothing much there. I told Athrian about his wife's fate because he needs to know the truth. And my warden was like, I got told a lie my whole life about my parents. I don't want this guy to go through what I went through and be told a lie. So my warden's very much, look, this is what happened. So yeah, I got the iron back because my people. It was just there. And I returned Dagan. I'm a horrible Dalish elf. Give me a break. To the camp because, well, he was out there. I was like, look, we have to get this guy back. So yeah, that's what happened there. I think that was pretty much all the choices there, but I think there was one or two missing. But we'll now move on to Paragon of her kind. Oh god, this one really is dark. I defeated Branka because, well, she was fucking nuts. She sacrificed her entire house, including turning one of her female members of her house into a broodmother and almost turning her lover into a broodmother. Yeah, I'm sorry. Branka, no F-buts, what's about it. She needed to die. That was the one decision. That was one of the many decisions that my one had to make. Like, yeah, sorry, Ogren, she's nuts. Time to kill her. And also, he felt, after he found out what happened, with the golems and all that, as I say, the golems are fascinating. Absolutely. If you don't know what the process of the golems is, here's how you get turned into a golem. You get put into the shell of the golem, and then you get molten lyrium poured into your eye sockets and other various orifices in your body. Yeah, as soon as my one found out, it was like, yep, I can understand why that may be a bit evil. Yeah, and there was no F-buts to watch about. Branka needed to die. Sorry, she had snapped beyond belief, and in all honesty, if she was allowed to live, I would not be surprised if she came back, claimed the throne of Orzammar, and turned every dwarf into a golem. That's just something I had in my head. So yeah, Branka needed to die. She was unsavable. I'm sorry, and yeah, I would not trust her to keep her word on anything. Of course, my warden helped Dagna because he was like, she wants to go study magic. Why the hell not? Let me go talk to her. Let me go and... I've got some pull in the circle. Let me go and see. Give me a minute, Dagna. And he went, oh, right, as soon as he talked to Dagna, he was like, right, we're off to the circle. We'll be back in 5 minutes, okay? Get back to, excuse me. He went there, he talked to Irving. He was like, look, we've got a dwarf here named Dagna. She wants to come and study the art of magic. I think she'd be a good thing. And that's my ward was just like, bam. And for those who don't know, I think the dwarves could use magic centuries ago, like before they were so arrogant to not ask for help during the first blight. Yeah, the dwarves were arrogant, by the way. But yeah, he helped her in an instant. He didn't even think about it. He was like, yep, I'm going to help you out. Told the truth about Rock. The mother deserved to know. My warden, as it is, explained it with the Dalish elf one. He was like, she needs to know the truth. I needed to know the truth and no one told me it, so I'm going to tell you the truth. Proved that the Legion of the Dead were connected to nobility because, yeah, sorry dwarves, you are fucking assholes. I really hate dwarven politics, by the way. It's really stupid in my opinion. I want to slap them in the fucking face in all honesty. Stupid dwarven politics. My warden hates politics, by the way. I returned the tome to the Shaper because it was stolen, and my warden's like, look, here's the Shapery. He helped fund the Chantry in Orzammar because everyone should have the choice to follow whatever religion they want. And he liked the brother. He thought he was alright. He's a cool dude. Yeah. You want to practice your faith? I'll go on. No problem. I'll go talk to the guy, see we can talk about it. There's no harm. What's the harm? So I'll be seeing a lot about that in Dragon Age. I helped Zelendra reunite her with her family because this is a perfect example of what is wrong with dwarven politics. If you don't know the story here, I'm sure most of you do. Zelanda had a child to a lesser class. She was nobility, but she had her father of her son or her child was I think it was casteless or lower class. I think it was casteless. She became pregnant. She had a baby, and basically her family disowned her unless she basically killed the baby. And you know what happened? My warden went straight to her father and basically says, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And within 2 minutes, the father was like, "It's only because of just send her home." He's a great example. Like, the dwarves are so stuck in their ways, but all it takes is a little poke, 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 and though you can see where they're just like, "What the fuck am I thinking? Send my daughter home to me." It really, just little things like that, and I really hope that we get to see that kid again, even if it's been what, over a decade, maybe 17 years since the events of Dragon Age Origins. So I can hope we see that kid again because it'd be awesome. Oh yeah, I did the Lyrium deal. I think this is the one decision I might have to change. I can't remember if I did that. And of course, I proved that Orta was Ortantag. I went straight there, and my warden was going through there anyway. Found the documents and was like, "Oh yeah, that Orta girl. She might like these." And I took them back because my warden's a helpful guy, and he was like, "Look, this girl needs a little bit of proof. If I'm there, I'm going that way anyway. If I find them, I'll bring them back." So yeah. That's basically all the decisions. It says my warden's very much, if you just ask him for help, if he can, he'll offer it, but if he can't, he can't. And of course, this is only Dwarven Noble 1 here, for anyone who's wondering that. Okay, move over to Denerim now. Let's see. Sir Landry is alive because my warden was like, "No, dude, I'm not a Grey Warden, I swear." Because he's like, "Look, this dude just wants to come in because he thinks because of Logain's words. Yeah, Logain's words. I'm not going to kill this guy for no bloody reason." Told Ban Sigurd about Oswald because, yeah, kind of need to get told that. He brought the scrolls from from Haven to the chat sister Justine and Darren because he's, as it says, my warden doesn't believe in the Maker, but he's like, "Look, I found this scroll or something, you might find it interesting." That's my warden. He's like, he doesn't bitch on people's faith. He doesn't hate people for their faiths. He does believe some people are misguiding it and might go to too much extremes, but he's very much like, "I'm not going to bitch on your faith. You can make fun of my faith, I won't make fun of yours." That's the way it is. He makes a sly joke or two. He completed the Slime Cutter's Crime Wave because this guy was... I can't remember what... Okay, I'll be honest. My warden didn't actually do this because I actually never came across it in my entire time playing Dragon Age Origins. I had to go back and either... I think I played a little bit of it, but then I went back and watched a video. And after watching the whole quest, I was like, yeah, my warden would do this. My warden would do it. So yeah, that's the one decision I've changed in the keep. I helped clear out the Pearl because, civil duty. Same with the Crimson. Gave others, what's this one again? Did the warden give Alistan's, her brother, Emmerich's ring? Yeah, that was the Templar, I believe. Yeah, that was the Templar, and yeah, I remember that now. He was there, right? Yeah, he did that, and same with that. He didn't take up this Master Ignatius's assassinations because he was like, "I'm not an assassin. No, I don't kill people for money. I kill people for free." He helped Alistair find Gul'dan because, of course, yeah, my warden never had his Dalish elf family, but he never got to meet any of his blood family. So, even though technically she isn't his sister, but that's beside the point. And my warden didn't tell Liliana to kill Marjolaine, because my warden's like, "Look, Liliana, you're better than her. You're way better than her. Just send her away. She's not worth your time. She's not worth the effort that it would take to kill her. You are a better person than her. You are nothing like her." And yeah, I made Liliana. I was like, "Liliana, you don't have to kill her if you don't want to. Just send her away. What do you care? She's a part of your life that you don't need to live anymore." So yeah, sent her away because I wasn't going to have Liliana kill her if she didn't want to. If she wanted to, I would have probably said, "Okay, go ahead, kill her." Battle of Denerim is fairly straightforward what I did. My warden was the one that killed the Archdemon because, of course I was. We'll go through the DLCs here, and then we'll split the video, and we'll move on to Dragon Age 2. Okay, Awakening DLC. My warden let the Architect live because he was like... My warden doesn't really... My warden How do I explain this without sounding like it could be easily contradicted? My warden doesn't trust the Architect, but at the same time he's also like, the guy had plenty of opportunity to kill me. He did. He had plenty of opportunity to kill me, and he didn't. He may have probed me a few times, but he didn't kill me. He take my prisoner, though, I've got to say that. He also thinks that the Architects... He thinks the Architect could... The Architect proved that he could... That the Darkspawn, the only thing that was driving them crazy was the old god's song. So my warden was like, well, if you can maybe break that, we might not have a blight anymore. Even though he's the reason the 5th blight happened. Ugh. So yeah, my warden doesn't 100% trust the Architect, but at the same time he was like, he at least deserves a chance, but if I have to, I will kill him. So yeah, my warden was like, okay, I'll give him a chance. But after letting him live, and my warden found out he's the one that started the 5th blight, my warden was like, maybe I should have killed you, you asswipe. Fuck. So yeah, maybe the Architect will have his day. But yeah, my Architect, I've recruited Orgrin and reunited Orgrin with Felici because even Orgrin deserves happiness. And my warden saved Amaranthian because my warden worked his fucking ass off to make sure that all his troops had the best armor, that the keep had everything. It had the best walls, it had the best supplies, it had the best armor, it had the best... When my warden worked his fucking ass off to get that. And he did that. So the keep was held out for ages, and it survived. We'll go through the 2 DLCs here, and then we'll go to Witch Hunt, because that's the last thing. Okay. This is a tough one. This is actually one that I am highly considering changing, because hindsight. But I probably won't. My warden drank this vial because, in all honesty, at the time, in my head, my warden thought it was a health potion. Because a health poultice, because he was pretty badly wounded after the fight with Sophia Dryden, that he just grabbed, he was like, oh, health poultice, gug. But yeah, after finding out what it was, I never used that, by the way. This is the one thing I actually might change, because I actually don't think my warden would actually have taken that. Yeah, I'm actually changing that, sorry. I also... Oh, world state is locked. Give me a moment. I have to unlock my world state. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I'm changing that. I just remember that my warden wouldn't have drunk that. This is... I'm honest, I'm not too sure. I said... give me a break. This was maybe a couple of years ago when I played this canon save. But I don't think my warden did drink it. He may have, he might not have. I can't remember off the top of my head. But that's one thing I'm actually going to change. That I'm changing right here. Because, yeah. In fact, give me a moment. I should probably actually export to DI. Yes. There we go. Just make sure. Okay, my warden killed Sophia Dryden, if it isn't obvious. Because, yeah, I'm not dealing with a demon. Especially a demon like that. Plus, Sophia Dryden was dead long ago. But he did let Avernus live. Why? The warden sided with Avernus. The Slayers allowed Avernus to continue series without... Oh, no. I changed that. No, sorry. This is... yeah, I didn't do this. No. My warden did that. I must have picked the wrong save at one. My warden did not let that guy continue his thing. He did this. He slayed Sophia, but allowed Avernus to continue his experiments ethically. He didn't let him continue without restraints, because that would be fucking nuts. For those that don't know, Avernus was basically tortured people. To the end, he's very much an end to justify the means kind of guy. My warden was like, look, as long as you continue your things ethically, I have no problem with you continuing your research, but if you do continue your research the way you do, I'm going to kill you. It was a bit of a debate in all honesty. I have so many saves. I'm trying to remember if I either killed him or let him continue ethically. I can't remember. What's the... Let me just double check. No, I think it was this one. I think it was this one. I'm pretty sure he did let Avernus live and continue his experiments ethically, because those people he experimented on are dead. My warden couldn't do anything to bring those people back or give them anything in any peace or anything. So he was just like, as long as you continue your experiments ethically, I have no problem with you, because we need as much help as we can. Because at the point in which we were at the Blight, we were the only wardens there, and my warden was like, oh, right, basically it was me and Alistair the only wardens here. We need as much help as we can get. As long as he continued his experiments ethically, my warden was like, but step out of line once and I will cut your fucking head off. So yeah, my warden very hesitantly let that guy live. That's what he did. Because, of course. Stone Prison, of course, recruited Shale, recruited the parents because neither one was possessed, because, of course, I'm not going to let the demon, the kitty, because that kitty was evil. And Witch Hunt DLC, my warden went through with the Olivian because he loved Morrigan. Simple as. He loved her, he wasn't going to let her do this on her own. He didn't care, he didn't need to know her reasons. He was like, look, I love you, I'm coming with you, simple as, you can't stop me, darling. He loved her, simple as, and he went through it. He didn't need another reason than that. And also he wanted to see his child. But, can't get best of both worlds, can you? Gonna split the video here. We're gonna move on to Dragon Age 2 next after this, and my choices I made in that. You'll either see a jump cut here for the full video or not. We'll see. Thanks. See you in part 2. Hey there, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, regardless of whatever the video topic was about, because I know I'm a complete out of tit sometimes. If you want to check out any of my other further content, all you have to do is click on the little Scottish 192 thing down in the bottom there to take you to the channel and check out the rest of my videos. If you want to follow me on any of my social medias, it's just Scottish 192 everywhere else. And also, if you want to help support the channel, all you have to do is pop in the link in the description to my Patreon page, patreon.com/Scottish Warrior 92, in which if you feel like my content is worth it, you can donate $1 a month to help continue to support this channel and help me make this into a full-time gig. Feel free to go check out the Patreon page to make sure it is to your liking and you actually want to spend $1 a month on this shitty channel. Thank you for watching. Again, as always, I am Scottish Warrior 92, and I hope you'll stick around and may even join the clan by clicking that subscribe button. Thank you. Mwah.